tough. I'm gonna shine. Don't get into my heart stuff. Go ahead and envy me. I'm Raps MVP. I'm doing the work. You know.
You know who you remind me of?
Mm-hmm.
My sister has this running joke of I think it's a country group that called Sugarland, and they sang Beyonce's "Irreplaceable." To the left, everything else, to the left. My sister said, "This is wrong. This is not right. That's not how Beyonce wrote it." It's all
You
good.
mess around. You mess around those shit. Country people can remix our shit and shit. You
Yes,
know,
they
they
can.
have done. They have done it. They've done it 1,000 times.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. But don't sleep on certain country artists. I love me some old school Shania. I love Faith Hill.
Yeah, country's dope. Country's dope. I fuck with it. I fuck with
Yeah,
country. I
yeah.
do. I fuck with country.
Dixie
I be just
Chicks,
riding.
Landslide. Yeah.
I'll be riding down the road and you know what I mean, you fuck around and just going through the radio station, especially going out of town somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and you fuck around and land on the country station. I'll be like, fuck it. I'll ride to the country. You can't
Right
find a
to
hip
it.
hop. I'll be like, fuck it. I'll ride to the country station. Oh shit. That
Mm-hmm.
country tonk, but don't get
Dog, dog, dog. What do you
like,
know about that?
listen. I heard some shit like same scenario, right? Going to Virginia and I put on some
Mm-hmm.
country shit and I heard some shit. I still to this day can't find it. Like I was so into the song, I didn't even think to grab my phone and
Mm-hmm.
Google it and nothing like that. But the shit was so hard, like the motherfucker was actually rapping. It
Okay.
was some dirt. The shit was called Dirt Road something. And, you know, he did a little guitar shit at the chorus, and on the verse part, he was spit. I said, "Oh shit, the fuck is this?"
You want
Shit was hard.
to collab? You want to collab?
Yeah,
Okay.
that shit was hard. I was like, shit.
Wait a minute. You got me thinking. Is that like Florida Georgia state line? It's like if I
Florida
can.
Georgia line. I don't know if it's Florida Georgia line or not because that's what I thought. But it was some other dude, and I don't know. I can't find it. I just can't find the song. But it was some. It said it was. I know it's about a dirt road or country road or some shit like that. And he was rhyming on the
He
shit.
was
And the shit
rhyming.
was hard. Yeah, the shit was hard.
Listen, we didn't even start the interview. Comment below if you know what Apollo's talking about. I haven't even introduced him. Y'all don't even know who this is. It's if y'all ain't in South Carolina, y'all ain't interact. Y'all don't know who this is. Help us out. We're trying to figure out. This is what happened in the last interview. We still don't know. What were we trying to figure out, Apollo? It was, I got some type of way. I feel some type. It was that dude.
Yeah. If I'm feeling some
or
type
group.
of you made me feel Rich Homie Quan. That was
Rich Homie Quan. Okay, never mind. We 1-0. 1-0. We figured out who's saying some type of way. And I'm referencing y'all before I even introduce my illustrious and nutritious guests. We're referencing an interview that was a fail. The only reason why we're doing a second interview is because I believe Apollo loves me as a friend and he didn't want to see me fail because that interview is stuck. I love that interview. It was awesome. It was dope and it's stuck. Yeah. And I'm not going to tell you where it's stuck because I don't want to get in trouble. But it's stuck like Chuck. But that's all right. He wants to see me succeed. Yeah. So he said, let me do a second interview with you. So that's what we're doing. For those who don't know, I'm going to give you the guest preacher treatment. Go ahead and sit down with your guest preacher treatment. That's right. Look very pious. Look very religious.
Very humble.
Giving honor to God who's the head of my life. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I have my friend Apollo Valdez. He is here with us. Apollo, before we get started, can I borrow $70?
I cash out.
You cash out me? Ah, see, that's a loyalty test we already passed. Thank you. Thank you. But no, I don't need 70. I need 170. But no, we good. Thank you for joining today, Apollo. So first, I'm going to try my best not to recycle, like I told you, the old questions from the last interview. I'm going to try to freestyle it, scratch and sniff, do a little remix. Not a sniff, but a scratch. But my first question is, Mighty Apollo. I looked at what Apollo means because some people don't know what Apollo means. Apollo, I'm looking to my right in my notes, is the Greek and Roman god of sunlight, prophecy, music, and poetry. So, my last question, my last interview, I asked you who gave you that name. So first, can you answer that? Who gave you that name?
Yeah, my pops gave me that name. My father gave me that name. But they used to, because it's also the god of speed too, and they used to run track.
Sorry.
Yeah, he used to run track, and they used to call him Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I came along. At
Mm-hmm.
least that's the story he told me. I came
Mm-hmm.
along and he named me Apollo. They
Mm-hmm.
spelled it with two P's instead of one P. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's Appollo. So,
This just
very
in,
unique.
y'all. This just in. I'm a bad friend. You want to know why, y'all? We've been friends for almost 20 years, and guess how I've been spelling it? APO.
Apollo. Yeah, because that's how
LLO.
I've been spelling it all. I never liked the two P's. I never liked the
Oh,
two P's.
okay. You never
Yeah,
liked
I never
that?
liked. Yeah, I never liked the two
Why?
P's. I don't know. I was like, why? It just felt like it's too jumpy. But you know what I'm saying? All my life I was just spelling it with one P. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? But you know what I mean? Had to embrace it. I said, you know what? You know what I mean? Now, and especially legally,
Mm-hmm.
shoot, it's just easier to find me with
Right.
using saying my name, Apollo Valdez, with two P's. You put
Mm-hmm.
that in, I'm the only thing that pops up. So, you know what I mean?
That's true because
Yeah,
ain't nobody out here with Greek god names that I know of besides
right. Yeah.
maybe a Hercules, somebody uncle at the cookout, Hercules
Right.
or
Right. Maybe
somebody.
somebody nicknamed Zeus or some shit like
Yes.
that. Ain't
Yes.
nobody name is actually Apollo. Ain't too
Right.
many Athenas running around
Right. Right. So if you have a daughter, is it on and popping? Are we going with still with Greek mythology? Is it going to be Athena?
either.
Or are we just
it
going to
could
leave it?
it could it could possibly be. Could
It could
possibly be.
possibly be. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, Paulo.
My
Now,
name is Gaia.
you going to name her Gaia?
Yeah, my name is Gaia. Yeah.
Gaia?
Mm.
What does
Yeah,
Gaia mean?
GAI. Gaia is Earth. Gaia is actually the name planet. We live on Gaia.
I knew that. I just want to make sure you did. Lies detected. So,
Yeah.
Paul, let's start off. Let's tell people how we know each other. When did we meet? When was the first time you met me, if you remember?
The first time I met you,
Mm-hmm.
first time.
It's
Very
okay if
first
you
time.
don't. It's okay if you don't remember.
I know we worked at Burger King together. That's
Mm-hmm.
1000%. But
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't the first time. That
It
wasn't the first
wasn't?
meeting. I don't think so.
I think
I
it
don't think so.
was. That's what I was going to go with. We met at
Oh,
Burger
yeah,
King.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
listen,
don't think that was the first time.
you don't think so? Where else would it be? Like,
I don't know, because I remember coming to Burger King and seeing you and remembering that I've seen you before.
yeah.
That's the only reason I say that.
Did I mess
But
up
yeah,
your order?
huh?
Did I
No,
mess up
you
your order?
it probably possibly so. I don't know. But
Listen,
yep,
let me tell you something.
Burger King is where it all started at.
Burger King, we're gonna go with Burger King. Boom. That's what we
Right,
but the reason why I said
right.
that I messed up your order, because if probably Jermaine don't remember, I messed up your brother's order. He came
Oh, for
through. Yes, they had that 5 for $5.50. I hit the wrong button. I hear Jermaine in the background talking about, oh, that's wrong. She doing it wrong. And you couldn't tell me nothing back then. Still can't. But I'm like, excuse me. I get on, I'm like, excuse me, I'm still ringing it up. Give me a second. Okay, my bad, mom. My bad. And he got off of, and he came through, he gave me a little smile, like, okay, we cool. But he was like, no, you got it wrong. Cause on the screen it shows like what you're
Right,
doing.
right, right,
There's a
right,
particular button you had to hit, a discount or
right.
something. And he was
Right.
ready.
And then it all,
Yeah, he was
you're
ready to
like,
come
oh,
through.
that's wrong.
He's like, oh, that's wrong. She got it wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong. I'm like, anyway, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's talk about track work.
Yep.
Tell
Mm-hmm.
me who first put you down on rhyming. You already told me the
Who's the
story
first
the
put me
last
down?
time. Who was the first person to give you that rhyming? Yes, I'm gonna make you do it.
Yeah, the first person the people who put me on the ramen, my inspiration was, my brother and my mom. Like I've been rapping pretty much my entire life. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a 3-year-old. My mama got a birthday, my 3-year-old birthday, where my brother wrote me a rhyme, and I was spitting on the tape for the 3-year-old birthday. Like I think she still got it, and it's a blue tape some floating around here somewhere. Yeah, 3-year-old birthday, and I was rapping on that. You know what I mean? So as far as I can remember, and there's footage of it, is I was been rapping. You know what I mean? And shoot, my brother I started writing my own shit at 8 years old, but my brother was writing helping me write.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mama, she used to take nursery rhymes and she would rap them to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would take popular nursery rhymes and rhyme them to me. You know what I mean? When I was little, shit that I still remember got stuck in my head today. You know what I'm saying?
Can you bless the people with the nursery rhyme? Mr. Mike, you want to bless the people?
Yeah. Yeah, and on top of that, I learned how to spell my name through rap. You know what I'm saying? I never did that. But yeah, I can tell. There's one nursery rhyme that stuck in my head out of the many that she used to rap. The one nursery rhyme that stuck in my brain. It goes like this: it's like, boys and girls come out to play. The moon don't shine as bright as day. So bring your supper and bring your sleep and join the playfellows in the street. Come with the woo or come with the call. Come with the goodwill or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall. A half-penny loaf will serve us all. You find milk and I'll find flour, and we'll have pudding in a half an hour.
Wait a minute, you didn't do that last part. You didn't scratch it on the last term. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Mama.
Yeah, shout out to my mama, man. She's the real reason why, I got rap in my blood. Her and my brother used to beat it in my head. And it was to the point where, I never thought rapping was something special. You know what I'm saying? I thought rapping was as common as playing basketball or playing football or riding the bike or whatever the case may be. I thought that was just something that everybody did because I've always done it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I got like 13, 14 years old. And, every time somebody was having a cipher, I'm a goofy kid from Somerville living in the inner city in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? So my outlook on life is, I love everyone. It's that third. I'm in the city where these little niggas is trained to go already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like bouncing the basketball, seeing people rapping on the corner, and they over there spitting hard shit in each other's face. I'm like, hey, I can rap too. I can do that.
Not the wave. Hey guys.
Yeah. Hey, hi. How you guys doing? It's dangerous as fuck. I'm like, hey. And I jump in the same and rap. They looking at me like, where the fuck this nigga come from? So you can't be from South Carolina, son. Yes. You can't be from South Carolina. But yeah, South Carolina. Yes. That's always the response. You can't be from South Carolina, B.
Not the B. Well, wait. So basically what I'm hearing is, so South Carolina don't got no gyms according to Virginia folk. South Carolina don't got no gyms.
According to up and down the East Coast, for some reason, they get the props stop at North Carolina, jump over South Carolina, and go to Atlanta, Tennessee, and Florida on down. For some reason, nobody had any idea, or at least in my experience, coming up on the East Coast. But I done lived in Philly, I done lived in New York, I done lived, but mainly I lived in Virginia and South Carolina. But the East Coast, niggas had no idea niggas from South Carolina could rap. So
got you. I kind of skipped over really quick. Can you do, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make you my puppet and I'm not trying to make you dance puppet, but can you please rap your name, please? Like you used to when you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was little, my mom taught me how to spell my name. I taught the boys how to spell their name the same way. You know what I'm saying? Spell their last name. It's RICHARDSON. Sing it again now. RICHARDSON. For those who can't spell my last name, Richardson, if you're kind of slow and can't really catch what I was saying.
Don't do that. Listen, don't do that. See, this is why South Carolina get a bum rap. All my SC people, y'all caught on. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Y'all got it. That's what's up. Apollo.
But yeah, that's what it was. But that's what it was. But like, you know what I mean? I never thought rapping was special until I realized rapping was special. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a special kind of person to put it on the paper, I guess.
Right. And I realized that I could do it well.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
The rest is what it is.
Well, much like the first failed interview, it's time. I'm a little key mad that you don't got nothing to toast to.
Man, I got a little something right here.
A little something?
Ain't much. Just a little something.
A little something? Okay. We're just gonna do a little toast. I'm just putting like shot levels. Not that much. Because we're not trying to get, like that.
I'm trying to be saucy right now.
It's just a celebratory, celebratory,
Right, yeah.
Things, I'm gonna toast. Our first toast is we're gonna do two, one now, one at the end. I'm gonna toast to our friendship of 20 years. I'm so thankful
Close to that.
You know I love you, right?
That's big love right there.
Mm-hmm. All day. All day. That tastes so good. To say it's gas station levels. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. So you said you were 8 years old whenever you first wrote your first rhyme. What were you rhyming about at 8 years old? What were you talking about?
I was just mimicking my brother and his partner Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, me and my cousin Lamont, and this big dude named Stanley. I remember, like, it was this dude named Stanley. He was Biggie Smalls to me before I ever heard of Biggie Smalls. He was, you know,
Okay.
he sounded just like him. But yeah, I was just mimicking them, like just listening to their style, listening to the
Mm-hmm.
flow. And like really my brother was me before I was me. You know what I mean? My
Mm-hmm.
brother, Jermaine, shout out to Jermaine Moore, Jim and I on the beat. And you know what I mean? Shit, rap, I mean, it was Jay Nice back then. And his partner was Kevin Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my OGs. And them two together, like, them two together was like Jada and Styles back then.
Mm-hmm.
Back and that's type of level of MCing that they were like Nas and AZ, Jada Kiss and Styles.
Come on,
And
Fern.
the way that they fed off each other, it was just crazy. And you know, I just mimicked them. Like
Mm-hmm.
whatever they was rapping about, I was just writing it down and
Mm-hmm.
getting the technique down from them.
Gotcha, gotcha. I asked you last time, did you ever write a rhyme for any of your little crushes at the
Mm.
schoolyard? And you said no. But I did not ask you, did you ever write a rhyme for a girl, period, in your entire life? Have any of your rhymes ever been influenced by any of your relationships?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't, you know, in my older years, like I said before, like when I was younger, I wasn't on none of that R&B rap shit. Like I wasn't on none of that. Like I didn't write for the females. I was always listening to hard shit. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older and experienced, you know, relationships and things of that nature, yeah, I started writing joints for the females, and you know what I mean, joints about situations and stuff like that. And they turned out to be some of my best shit. Like,
I got you. I got you. And we're going to talk about the one in particular I'm thinking of that we referenced. Okay, bro, it's all right. You can get off the
oh,
couch.
rip myself out of something? No,
Out of a
no.
jam.
Yeah, no, I never wrote myself out of a situation. I've written stuff to make, you know, to make her be like, wow, and think about the shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But yeah, I've never written myself out of a situation. So we
Right.
she's mad. I wrote some shit. Nah.
Nah. You know why I asked you that?
What's
Because
that?
when I recently played our intro. This is the whole reason we're gonna get into that eventually in the interview. Whole reason
Right.
why Apollo, I'm interviewing Apollo aside from the fact that he's dope, but I also want to give a spotlight to the fact that Apollo wrote my new either intro or outro. I'm still trying to figure it out, folks, because I
Man.
feel like one, I made it. I told you to write too many bars, but guess what? We ain't cutting none of that out. I don't care
Right.
if my intro is 15 minutes long. We gonna be in there for 15 minutes listening to your stuff. So all
Right.
that to say, I gave him some references. I guess if I'm saying the words correctly, some
Right.
references and some ideas and some topics I wanted him to write about, and then he sprinkled some of that Apollo sauce on it, and we have our outro slash intro, whatever I feel like. It might be
Right.
both. It might even be split down the middle. We'll just figure it out. So I asked
Right.
that. I say that because the person I played it for was like, he got a dope pen. He has a dope
Mhm.
pen. And I was like, thank you. He said, did you help? I said, I did not put the rhyme scheme on. I can't even
Right.
define the bar. If somebody were to say, what's a bar? I'm thinking,
Right.
I don't even know what is a bar. But all that to say, I think you did an awesome job. I think I told you that 25 times already, but I'll say it again. I'll say it again.
Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes, yes, yes.
That's
So
word.
now I'm going to ask you really quick. Did you watch the verses?
I did. I did watch the verses.
Don't tell me. Don't say nothing real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to just assume who you were going for based on the outcome.
Right.
Before the verses started,
I do my plans, so.
who were you going for?
I was going for the locks, hands down. I was going for. I knew what time it was. I knew
You knew what time it
whatever.
was. Okay.
Yeah, what everybody saw on the verses that night, I already knew that. I knew that.
Mhm.
I knew what time it was with Jada Styles and she. I knew that Because here's the thing, I was telling niggas that before the shit went on. I was like, y'all gotta remember, half of Dipset didn't fell off, number one. And number two, there's a difference between being a MC who put it together in the studio and an MC who performs and who raps and ciphers and shit like that. There's a big difference. No no, not taking anything away from Dipset. And
Right.
Cam is a spitter. The rest of them boys ain't no spitters like that when it come to, you know what I'm saying, when it come to really getting into it like that. They can put a song together.
Right.
But Styles and Sheik and Jada, them boys they war ready. Like they've been doing that.
Right. And to the I guess you say ignorant person that doesn't understand rap and hip hop, me. I know what I like on the radio. I know what I hear on the radio and things of that nature. When it first came on, I was talking to my sister and I was talking to somebody else, and they're like, Cam is just gonna talk smack and they're just gonna bounce off of each other. But I didn't realize like the art of like that back and forth. Like it's really a competition, even though it's all at the end they all were like loving each other and stuff like that. Like it's really a competition.
Yeah, there's a competition. It's survival of the fittest. And you know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. That's hip hop. That's where it started from. Like it started seeing that as a throwback to where hip hop basically started from. Mm-hmm. You got the DJ, you got two DJs, you got two crews, you got two DJs. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's one DJ and just two MCs. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean? The DJ throwing some shit and the MC got to rock the crowd. And the thing way back in the day was if you can make the breakdance, then your shit was the shit. The breakers wasn't gonna break to just anything. Breakers got to break dance and some shit that's fire. Mm-hmm. So, but you know, that was a throwback to old school park shit. That was in New York in the park shit. Two DJs, two crews going song for song. You know what I'm saying? Hit for hit, freestyle and shit like that. Yeah, that shit was dope. That was a big night for hip hop.
It was. Let's say, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate really quick. Let's say this was like a boxing match almost, and you were the coach on the losing side, which the general consensus is Dipset lost.
Yeah, Dipset lost.
Dipset lost. Listen, some people might say, I feel like I saw someone on Instagram was like, "No, Dipset forever. Dipset won." And I'm like,
Dipset didn't win. They didn't come prepared.
Goes, but from what I saw, I don't think they won.
Yeah, I don't think they won. They got washed. Yeah, they got washed out. They didn't come prepared. They didn't come prepared. Yeah. They came thinking it was just gonna be some sing-song shit, and rap along with it, stuff like that.
Right. Nah. But if this was a boxing match, and you had quote unquote tag team boxing or group boxing, if you were the coach on the losing side, Dipset, what would you have told them mid verses? What would you have done or given? What advice would you have given them to make them kind of get the upper hand and kind of sway it more on their other side? What would you, with their catalog, with their musical catalog, what would you have done? What would you have said? Or would you have said you're not gonna be Jada?
I'd have told them that they're all gonna get their win together because we get your air together, nigga. Because I'm cutting out we're not playing no songs, we're playing the instrumental versions. You better know the words, and that's the only way they're gonna get back into it. That was the only way they could have got back into it. They didn't perform. The Locks came and performed. They knew all of these shit, and I felt the same way when he said that. That you know what I mean. I feel the same way. I do a lot of shows. And when I go do shows and stuff like that, I absolutely hate to see somebody get up on stage and perform with the music behind.
Right.
Why are you performing with the music behind? You know what I'm saying? Like you lip sync, you got help. That's how I feel. So when I do shows, anytime I do a show, the only thing I may have in the background is the ad-lib track. Right. Other than that, it's straight instrumental. You hearing me. You hearing all me on the track. You know what I mean? Live, giving it to you. Like kids say, I came to let y'all see us sweat. You're gonna see me sweat when I'm on stage. You're gonna see me rhyme. The other people, they'll have the track in the background and they be singing along with it. Number one, it makes the performance real junky because you're hearing the song.
Right.
You're hearing the song and you're hearing the scream over the mic.
That was gonna be my next question because I remember that I was watching a quick performance of Jay-Z, and I want to say I don't even want to say the wrong thing. It was some type of, I want to say, compilation tour with a bunch of people out there. Could have been a
Right,
reunion because I feel like I saw Jermaine Dupri out there, and I think they did Bernie the thing. But if I
right.
remember correctly, the DJ was playing his tracks, and he was rapping. He was like, nah, 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 nah. He said, just play my instrumentals, essentially. Like, don't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
And I'm like, what's the big,
yeah.
like, I don't perform, so I don't know any better, and I'm not, knocking, but I'm like, what's the big deal? But hearing
Yeah,
you
it's a big deal.
explain it that
Yeah,
way.
as an MC, that's a big deal. You showcasing your skills, you showcasing your talent, you putting your spirit out there. If you're just rapping over the instrumentals and rapping over the track, you know what I mean? You're not giving the people what they paid for. They came to see you. They came to see you project this work.
And I think that's what Jada said. He said, if y'all want to
You
hear
know
that,
what
y'all could play the iPhone in the car or whatever he said,
I'm
Apple
saying? You
Music.
could have listened to the Apple Music in the
Yes,
car.
you
Yeah.
can listen to Apple Music. So
What are we doing here? Like,
he
are we
was,
playing charades?
yes,
Are we playing charades?
he was on one. It was theatrical. It was beautiful. I guess it was real. That's
Yeah,
how we get
it
down.
was real. Yeah, it was real. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it. But yeah, Locks spanked that ass
Lock
for
Queen.
sure.
Okay. Shout out to the locks. Shout out to the locks.
And their prices went up after the day after that. I
I
guarantee
see
you
that
that.
Instagram, especially
Yeah,
Jada. His
yeah,
price
their
went up.
prices went. Yeah, their
I've
prices went
always
up.
loved Jada though. I've always loved Jada. I've always loved his voice. I always loved the way he approaches a rhyme, even though I don't, like I said the last time, and I'll say it again,
Yeah,
I will never ever claim to be a voice of the culture. I'm trying to
right,
understand the culture, open up to it more, and not make such a quick snap decision like I did before because I don't own albums. I just know
right,
radio hits, what I like, and I feel like I'm a little bit more partial to the New York sound because I'm originally from New York. So, but
right,
I love Jada. I love him. But
right.
really
That's
quick,
awesome. That's honest.
yeah, really
Hmm.
quick, I want to play word association. I want you to give me, because like before, this is going to lead us into our next topic. But I'm going to say a few words. And I want you to tell me the first thing you think of whenever I say the words, okay?
Okay.
First word is hip hop.
Black Thought.
Dang it. Okay, okay. Well, how they say in the meetings, we'll parking lot that one. Nothing wrong with Black
Right.
Thought. But I thought he would
Right.
change it this time. That just lets me
Right.
know that mind is
That's
on
hip
that
hop.
Black Thought. His Black Thought
Right.
is on Black Thought.
Right.
So, okay.
You
Lyricist.
ask me hip hop.
I get you.
Nas.
Hmm.
Nas.
Hmm. You
Lyricist,
giving me
Nas.
people. You're not even giving me adjectives or nouns. Well, you giving me proper nouns. You giving me
Right.
people. Okay. MC.
MC, move the crowd. That's the meaning of MC.
Move the crowd. I thought it was master of ceremonies. But move the crowd. Move the
It
crowd.
is master. It is master ceremonies, but it's also in hip hop. The sub definition is move the crowd. You got to move the crowd if you were MC.
Devil's
People
advocate.
forget that.
I hear you. I hear devil's advocate real quick. Who's the MC? Give me an
Who's
example.
an
Who's an MC?
of an MC?
MC, a rapper.
Well, well, Kiss is an MC, number one. But who's a real MC? Who, God bless his dad, Biz Markie was an MC. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He definitely moved the crowd.
Okay.
You know what I mean? KRS-One is one of the best to do it as far as MCing is concerned.
Right.
Lil Wayne is an MC.
Okay.
People sleep on Wayne because all of the antics and the lean and the blonde dreads and all that other shit and the crazy shit that Wayne be wearing. But people really sleep on Wayne and be acting like he's not an MC. Wayne is a fucking MC at one of the highest levels. And I done seen him perform. And when Wayne performed, he comes to perform. He ain't rapping over no words. He come to move the crowd. He come to rap.
He came to rap. So when he says, I'm going to pick the world up and I'm going to drop it on your head, he's really going to pick the world up and drop it on your head.
Yeah, he's really going to do that. Yeah, Eminem, those are MCs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Can you give me an example?
1000% MC if somebody's writing your rhymes. That's just a cardinal sin. You know what I mean? Somebody writing your shit for you.
I
1000.
wish you would stop jumping ahead in my interview. I wish you would stop doing that. Like, okay, because I have a whole little section for that, but that's fine. That's fine.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. No. You really have. I'll show you the paper later. You literally answered my questions. But let me ask you this first about yourself. Do you consider yourself a lyricist?
Yeah. I consider myself a lyricist.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I do. That's one of my. I bet a lot of people listen to hip hop for different reasons. Some people listen for the story. Some people listen for that street shit. Some people listen for that quote unquote real shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people listen just for the beats. Some people listen for, the rhyme. I listen for technique and flow.
Right.
I listen for how you put it together, and I listen for your technique and your flow. And that's how I always base my, my skill set. It's like I said, watching my brother and Kevin, they were lyricists.
Right.
And the way they put their words together, that's how I put mine together.
Okay. Well, one of the questions that I guess coincided with what we were talking about before, I was going to ask you: do you lose respect for artists that allegedly don't write their own rhymes?
I don't lose respect per se, but you can't sit there and tell me that you're 1,000% MC if you got people you delegating your rhymes to somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Devil's advocate,
Like
real quick.
you get a beat and be like, hey, you write that. I don't have time.
You think that's how it went? And I'm a little biased because I love Drake. But to me, have you, if I remember correctly, because I watched, I think, an interview where he slightly addressed it. And from what I understand, he said, and don't misquote me, Drake, if you ever watch my interview, who knows? But if I remember correctly, he said it was more so of an idea. Someone said, write it this way or say this instead of this. Like, that's, I'm not a hip hop purist. I don't understand it. So I don't get it. So that's bad.
Now see, if in that instance, that's people do that all the time. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I feel like people do it all the time.
When you spitting with your homeboy, shit like that, you know what I mean? You hear your home and you rhyming your homeboy right there, you're like, nah, that shit. Nah, I would just do it another way, do it this way, or do it that way. That's permissible. But somebody straight writing your whole rhyme for you, that's a no-no. You don't do that.
I have such a hard time believing that that's what happened.
Yeah, but like I said,
he's so dope.
Yeah, the boy nasty, right? Especially when he get in his bag, boy nasty.
Yes.
Like, boy, he ridiculous when he get in his bag.
But okay, cool. I hear where you I hear where you're coming from.
I have my drink days. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I have my days.
You said that before. Yeah.
I got my drink days.
I told Drake since he was in the wheelchair when he said, I'm about to misquote it again. I'm not going to do it like I did it the last time. Me and Mike, we coexist. My thought is a thought box. Man, Drake, don't watch this. Clearly, I'm not your biggest fan because I'm out here doing it dirty.
Somebody in the comments is going, the moment we mention Drake, somebody in the comments going, at Drake. Watch, I guarantee you. somebody going to add it.
It's grassroots right now. I'm loud. It's just grassroots. We not even at that level yet for people to at me, at him, excuse me, but that's cool. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
But do you agree with the mentality? And I know it's kind of changed the subject a little bit, but I don't want to say mentality. Let's say, Apollo, you make it to a certain level of success beyond where you are now. And you just rolling in the dough. I mean, champagne baths, liquid dreams, caviar dreams. Would you stay in the house that you're still at right now? Would you stay in Somerville or would you move out?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Me being me, I would stay. You know what I'm saying? Me being me, I would stay home, stay put. But at the same time, and this is a fact, it's a fact of life, most rappers die in their own city. So you know what I'm saying?
Most rappers don't what? Say what?
I said most rappers die in their own city.
Okay.
Most rappers die in the city that they're from. You know what I'm saying? There's been countless, right? I talk about the big names that you know. There's been countless local MCs all across the country, local rappers getting a little bit of notoriety, this, that, third, Niggas don't like that, all according to where you at. You know what I'm saying? You have people who love that. You got people who don't like that. And especially if you get you bubbling up and you know what I mean, they're not bubbling and they doing the same thing or whatever the case be. Somebody don't like you from the past or whatever. And yeah, but most rappers die in their own city.
Do you feel like it's a crabs in a bucket mentality? Not to cut you off, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's deeper than that. It's a crabs in the bucket mentality. Like I said, it could be like from a past interaction that you had with a nigga back then that you know what I mean that y'all had beef for years and you know what I'm saying, or it could just be some shit like you know niggas who know you from from the hood, stuff like that. They may feel like your notoriety is not you know what I mean, it's not just dues, like you know what I mean, you ain't paid enough dues or whatever for you to have the kind of notoriety that you have. It could be a number of things and niggas will murder you for it. Like get killed for that, for their opinion on where you are and where you should be or shouldn't be. And be mad at your status. So me being me, I'm good. My face card clean. You know what I'm saying? So I would stay home. I would mind staying in the city and from helping out in the city and helping out my town and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But but I also know there's the danger element is there. You know what I mean? You can't be naive to that if you're a person who got a little bit of status and popularity. You can't be naive to the fact that the danger level is there. Niggas is watching.
I got you. Okay. How do you feel about entourages? Because if you remember correctly, let's reference the verses. Remember, everybody's peoples and homies is on the stage and stuff like that. If you say you were on that stage, would your entourage be out there with you, or was it just the Apollo show? How would you feel about that?
Entourage, I'll be, I roll dolo anyway. You know what I'm saying? I roll solo dolo mostly everywhere that I go, but I know if I got a call on them, I'll call them. Like, a situation like that, of course, I'm gonna have my squad out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll be somewhere in the area.
In the midst.
They probably won't be right there on the stage, but they'll be spread around. You know what I mean? I know how my niggas operate. They'll be in the area, be watching from every vantage point.
I got you. Talking about ageism. Now, Paulo, I am 37. You are
38.
38. Now, do you feel like at this point in your life that you can retire and let it go? Or do you feel like there's more levels and other things that you'd like to achieve at this point? Because we all know the conversation about shelf life and age and people starting and doing things regardless of whether it's rap or whatever. Do you feel like you still have something left in the chamber?
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's more left in the chamber. No, there's been times where I wanted to quit when I was young. You know what I'm saying? When I was like in my 20s, I was like, I'm ready to hang shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because just what was going on in life, I didn't have really time per se to deal with everything. But no, I don't think there's a shelf life for this in hip hop per se, in anything really, because you got 60-year-old people getting their LLCs and doing things. So it's never too late to follow your dreams. You're never too old. But unless you're trying to strip, but then again, there might be a market for that. You know what I mean? Shit, there's a granny strip bar somewhere, I guarantee. But anyway.
Granny draws and granny paws. You never know.
Right. I'm telling you guys. I promise you there's a market for it somewhere. Somebody going to that damn bar.
Somebody's going.
Right. But yeah, I don't think there's a shelf life in hip hop, man. Because hey, you look at not T-Pain. You look at 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying? He really didn't start bubbling till, even though he was in the game long before that, he didn't really start bubbling till he was like 38. You got MCs like Eminem, though they've been in the game, but still relevant because these new guys ain't making a certain caliber of music. Like the new guys is only making, the music that they want to hear. They come up under Future and Rich Homie Quan and stuff like that. So that's where they draw their inspiration from. but there's still that leaves a void for the hip hop heads like myself who came up in that '90s era. You know what I'm saying? And even for the hip hop heads who didn't come up in that '90s era, young kids who don't like just this form of hip hop. They like they get a piece of that old '90s era. They be like, yo, I want more of that.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? There's still a hunger there for that.
Gotcha.
And as long as they avoid the fill, you know what I mean? A lot of these young guys ain't filling up. You need OGs to show them how to fill that void and do it properly. You know what I mean?
Right. That's kind of why, like the last time I asked that, well, kind of sort of the same question, but kind of the whole purpose to segue into our ending. The whole purpose of the channel, and I'm actually going to do an intro video to let people know what the channel is all about, because I've been dropping videos. People are just like, who are you? What are you doing? But it's about the idea of starting life whenever, I guess, it is right for you. To me, it would have been right years ago for me to start this channel. And like I said before, I was going to do it, and all my friends was like, you should do it. I was going to call myself Drea Snorts because I snort when I laugh. I was going to do all this other stuff. But I allowed that to stop me, and I allowed everybody else's opinion to stop me. You have been rapping forever, and it's not stopped you. But me, I just stopped myself. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy, and we allow voices and things and people and opinions and projections and stupid stuff,
Yeah, I may have been rapping forever, but I was saying, I let a lot of shit stop. I let my own thinking, and that's the main thing stop. Your own thinking. You get in your own ways.
Right. Well, love, this was perfect. I think it was a good interview. Even though I was scared because I was just like, gosh, our first interview was so much fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this was fun too, though.
It was. I was gonna play What the Mouth Do again. I even had a couple of things out, but I was like, I don't want to belabor the hour. I know you gotta go. So if you
I'm being harassed right now.
Who's that? Oh, hey boo. Look at this now. You want to put a cameo? She's so weird.
What she's gonna do is jump in the chair.
Hey big girl, what you gonna do? Okay. Hey! Hi, honey. I love dogs.
Got the face.
I know that mouth is nice and fresh. Okay. Paulo, let's end it. Anything you want to say to the people? Future projects, future things you want to do? Anything?
Future projects. Got the Good Days and Bad Days EP coming out. This is myself, Apollo Valdez. You got ApolloValdez.com coming up. It's under construction right now as we speak. It might be up by the time this comes out. So go check out ApolloValdez.com, APPOLLO Valdez.com.
So you putting your P, you putting your second P in now. Okay.
You got to put the second P in there. You got to get the PPO. And got another project coming up. Skiplo is a group me and my homeboy Damn Skippy put together. The group is called Skiplo. It's Apollo Valdez and Damn Skippy. Be on the lookout for that. That's another EP coming out. I'm working on a project with me and Illadon. Shout out to LXG, Imperial Legacy. And him on the beats, me on the rhymes. Gonna be Godzilla Kong. That's another project that I'm working on, and then me and my brother's project. You know what I mean? Me and Gemini on the beat. You know what I mean? It's to be announced.
And, so I'm getting the exclusive? I'm getting the exclusive?
Yeah. You get the exclusive. That's to be announced. So yeah. My brother project, Gemini on the beat. So you know what I mean? Look out for that. There's a lot of, I'm working, man. Working. Got a lot of work that I'm doing, a lot of shows coming up. So, but all of that'll be on my website, ApolloValdez.com, whatever, you know what I mean? It should be up by the time this video come out.
In another week or a few days. The way I feel right now, I'm just gonna follow your lead. I'm gonna follow your lead. I'm gonna report you to animal control. And no stitches over here. And I might just cut this up and put this out tonight. Or tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Or tomorrow.
That works.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, I lied. I'm doing that Baptist preacher thing. Apollo, before we introduce the intro outro, do you want to say anything about the intro outro? Anything you want to say about it?
No. Just I had fun doing it. Like, you know what I mean? It was a good little challenge to do. Never did any intro work before, so That was cool. But I think it's dope.
Okay.
Shout out to Beatman Fresh.
I asked for some type of old school beat with a little bit of sprinkle of new school.
Yeah.
Because I'm all about the old school and the old school who's so cool. See, I can't do that lyric right. But B-Man did it and Apollo killed it. So, but anyway, I want to say thank you for joining, boo.
Yeah, I got you. You know I got you.
Yo, Apollo, handle my light work.
What up, Dre? You know I got you, homie.
Dre,
And we almost hold it. Push it, hold it,
This is Dre and Push It 40 short of the beauty beloved. Fine, frugal and fly, staying bougie on the budget. Bubbly spirit with a smile to warm your heart and mind. She'll love you like a kinfolk, giving you auntie vibes. Plus side queen, feeling all of them G's. Who say you gotta be young for you to follow your dreams? Gotta get out your own way and let G.O.D. do it B.I.G. style. And stepping on faith for your news and your gossip and your makeup tips. For food and music for your workout and your wake up list. You need to holler at Dre.
Yeah, I just asked Beatman what his dog's names were, and Beatman said
Big Shirley.